Till a few years ago, the traditional treatment for treatment of stroke was to give this IV drug through an IV line, which was called TPA, tissue plasminogen activator. And then we started doing this procedure surgically, in which we went through the groin and under X-ray guidance up into the vessels of the neck, into the brain, and actually got hold of the clot and pulled it out. But anyway, what was happening was we had to open 57 packets. So then we said, what we're going to do is we're going to create a tray, a stroke kit, in which we're going to open those 57 packets and have it ready to go. And those 5 things which are expensive, we won't open them, but we're going to just put it under the table. So now that we know that time is brain and we know that endovascular treatment is the standard of care, the next step is to do innovations of various kinds that are able to shorten that time. The passion, firstly, I had a passion for neuroscience and for the brain, which is sort of long-standing, which is why I got into neuro in the first place. The second part of it is that I have a continuous sort of eye for process improvement. I sort of have an intense interest in how to make things better. The third part is that you want to have impact beyond your immediate vicinity, like not just on the patient that is in front of you, but you're able to have impact at the bigger picture kind of thing, right? So that's sort of a dream that all of us have. And I find that the combination of research and innovation allows that to happen, that you can have an impact way bigger than what your immediate vicinity is, and a lasting impact which affects many more lives. The key part about being in Alberta, it's about the people. Like I'm not a big believer in sort of buildings, and I'm not a big believer in people say the tax advantage and this, that, and the other. Like for me, it's basically about the people, and the rest of it is everything sort of falls into place. That's the way sort of I see it. And like tomorrow, if suppose some of my key colleagues left from Alberta, I could leave as well, sort of thing. But what keeps me in Alberta is the people. It's easier, I find, from the point of view of taking your innovation forward if you're in a big American city. If I was in Boston or New York or in San Francisco, that there is that advantage I find to being in a bigger, so to speak, tier 1 city kind of thing. So, but at the same time, being in a tier 1 city has its disadvantages as well. So we're starting a new trial, Escape 2 or Escape NA1, where we are sort of further, so to speak, increasing the availability of endovascular treatment and making it more efficient and things like that. So one of the things that we're doing is that in that trial, what we're going to be testing is neuroprotective agent. So it's a neuroprotective agent which in fact was invented or discovered in Canada, in Toronto. Firstly, it's an amazing organization, and there aren't too many places in the world which openly acknowledge the idea and the importance of sort of science and technology, and how important it is for us to not just make sort of human lives better, but stay ahead of the curve and create high-paying jobs which are more interesting, which is what all the young people want these days and stuff like that. So that's sort of one aspect of it. But the other aspect that you sometimes don't realize, working in your own little world as a physician or whatever, is all the other great work that is going on, right? So in the sense, if I win, it's great, but if I don't win, it's still great.